Today on Newsbreak, it's the shocking state of the nation now. It is clear for all to see our nation in deplorable condition. Ghanaians continue to wonder, how did we get to this point?
Wait, doesn't Ghana belong to all of us?
And not some few individuals.
You just read my mind.
Why must someone come and spoil all that has been built for over 60 years, and we still need to build it again?
It's all because of the future of our children and their children. Building the Ghana we all want together.
To the Constitution. If it comes to the Constitution, we are in a position to tell it. What the Electoral Commission is doing is in accordance with the Constitution. There's nothing wrong about it at all. To the Constitution. If it comes to the Constitution, we are in a position to tell it. What the Electoral Commission is doing is in accordance with the Constitution. There's nothing wrong about it at all.
Yetisikaso is wakonde. Yetisikaso is wakonde. Onyakupo mame kwana meba. Ye bani amada sesa. Sande nila. Ema sikano. Must ask. Sikano ewahi. Sikano ewahi. Sikano ewahi. State coffers are not spoiled for the party that wins an election, but resources for the country's social and economic development. I shall protect the public purse by insisting on value for money in all transactions. Public service is just that, service and not an avenue for making money. Money is to be made in the private sector, not the public, and measures will be put in place to ensure this. We must create wealth and restore happiness to our nation. We can only do this when we have an educated and skilled population that is capable of competing in the global economy. We must expand our horizons and embrace science and technology as critical tools for our development. We believe that the business of government is to govern. Ours is to set fair rules. We will provide vision and direction and shine the light down the path of our entrepreneurs and farmers. State coffers are not spoiled for the party that wins an election, but resources for the country's social and economic development. I shall protect the public purse by insisting on value for money in all transactions. Public service is just that, service and not an avenue for making money. Money is to be made in the private sector, not the public, and measures will be put in place to ensure this. We must create wealth and restore happiness to our nation. We can only do this when we have an educated and skilled population that is capable of competing in the global economy. We must expand our horizons and embrace science and technology as critical tools for our development. We believe that the business of government is to govern. Ours is to set fair rules. We will provide vision and direction and shine the light down the path of our entrepreneurs and farmers. State coffers are not spoiled for the party that wins an election.
If the president would only look a little closer behind the veneer that closets him, just a little behind his immediate circle of family and friends, he will see and feel the agony of Ghanaians. If he looked a little closer, even at the rank and file of his own party, he would recognize that this is indeed an economy in crisis. Yes, there are a few people who have prospered under this government, largely members of the president's family and his inner circle. The Ghana of the past 4 years is certainly nothing like the Ghana that the current population of Ghanaians aspire to.
I've said it and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
I think that the most effective way that we can have a debt portfolio for our country that is sustainable is to make sure that the NDC loses this election in December. Kicking out the NDC will be the surest way we can to protect the debt structure of our country. Why do I say that? In the 4 years in which they have been in power, they have more than tripled our national debt from 9 billion cedis, which was at the end of Kufuor's period, to 28 billion cedis today. In the 4 years of the NDC administration, they have contracted more debt than all the governments of our country, from Kwame Nkrumah right down to John Agyekum Kufuor. That is the nature of the situation confronting our country. And I dare say the president would agree with me that without the rebasing of the economy, the debt profile of our country today will be getting towards epic proportions. So we need, when we're talking about the debt profile of our country, to bear in mind two things. One, the areas into which the debt goes. And I agree with some of my previous speakers that the productive investment and the rate of return on them is a critical one. Equally critical is the value for money of the transactions that the debt brings about. We need to look at that. I've given some examples of public procurements that are taking place in our country on an extremely inflated rate. Once again, we need to look at this. You're talking about loans that are given, and inside the loans, the arrangements for determining value for money remain very opaque and unclear. How can you persuade the Ghanaian people that debts are being contracted in these circumstances that are there to push forward their future? We intend to be extremely disciplined about the contraction of debt. We're first of all going to respect the teachings of the national budget and treat it as precious. We will not be stepping outside the constraints of the budget. We are going to make sure that we reduce considerably areas of corruption in the construction and execution of some of these projects. These are the critical matters that our people are looking for leadership on. That we are not going to get ourselves in airline and other aircraft and other transactions that leave so many questions to be answered. The 28 billion is even without the latest Chinese. Thank you. I think that the most effective way that we can have a debt portfolio for our country that is sustainable is to make sure that the NDC loses this election in December. Kicking out the NDC
will be the surest way we can to protect the debt structure of our country. Why do I say that? In the 4 years in which they have been in power, they have more than tripled our national debt, from 9 billion cedis, which was at the end of Kufuor's period, to 28 billion cedis today. In the 4 years of the NDC administration, they have contracted more debt than all the governments of our country, from Kwame Nkrumah right down to John Agyekum Kufuor. That is the nature of the situation confronting our country. And I dare say the President would agree with me that without the rebasing of the economy, the debt profile of our country today will be getting towards epic proportions. So we need, when we're talking about the debt profile of our country, to bear in mind two things. One, the areas into which the debt goes. And I agree with some of my previous speakers that the productive investment and the rate of return on them is a critical one. Equally critical is the value for money of the transactions that the debt brings about. We need to look at that. I've given some examples of public procurements that are taking place in our country on an extremely inflated rate. Once again, we need to look at this. You're talking about loans that are given, and inside the loans, the arrangements for determining value for money remain very opaque and unclear. How can you persuade the Ghanaian people that debts are being contracted in these circumstances that are there to push forward their future? We intend to be extremely disciplined about the contraction of debt. We're first of all going to respect the teachings of the national budget and treat it as precious. We will not be stepping outside the constraints of the budget. We are going to make sure that we reduce considerably areas of corruption in the construction and execution of some of these projects. These are the critical matters that our people are looking for leadership on. That we are not going to get ourselves in airline and other aircraft and other transactions that leave so many questions to be answered. The 28 billion is even without the latest Chinese.
Thank you so much.
Around saying that our manifesto promises are going to ruin the economy. I'm just so baffled. You, a president, you have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan in 8 years? Why? If you know what can work for our economy, why is the economy collapsing in your hands after 8 years? You clearly do not understand the economic plans and underpinning the MPP manifesto. So your task is to make our economy work. You cannot do it, and now you want to say the MPP plan cannot work. You have essentially no legs to stand on in saying the MPP plan cannot work, because your own plan has collapsed the economy, and we are bringing a new plan for the economy, and a new plan that will work. It will work. We reduced taxes during our tenure of office. Corporate taxes were brought down from 32% to 25%, and at the same time we saw a major increase in tax revenue.
How can government be seeking to contract this magnitude of non-concessional loans at this time when it does not have enough cash to meet statutory payments? This is like an alcoholic who has just been convinced to enter rehab, and just a few days before rehab asks for a carton of whiskey. Can this person be trusted to keep or to stay with the rehab program? Undertaking this additional borrowed would mean that the anchor is not likely to hold, and it would compromise the objective of fiscal consolidation and debt sustainability. Given Ghana's economic situation, this bailout program will require a commitment to fiscal discipline that will test the resolve of any government in any developing country, such as ours. And it is important that the government understands what it has signed up for. We should all be prepared for some painful adjustments.
Promotion. There isn't a big. Oh, you're big. Separate power for Masaka promotion. One day I never dial *274#. *274#. Area net choose power effort. Now select a number of drawer. I put this on Hushim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana to the spec. The more as a Russia draw them and stand the chance able to marry in a big. Hey, you're big. Every week you saw your 50,000 Ghana cedis in a chair. Hey, 50,000 Ghana cedis. Knock off you. Good deal, *274#. Masaka. Power for Masaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery Platform. Kaida drawing Shashada home. Masaka.
Live on TV as well as International Power 97.9 FM. Wednesday, the 23rd of August, 2023, in the year of our Lord. And Samayade Ebro live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM. And Emu Ye Papa Greater Accra Regional Police Command. One more a minority from 24 to me Eddie Nshemu ya Deputy Minority Leader Honorable Emmanuel Amma Kofibua. One more to me Eddie 24 Eddie Nshemu. Countdown to the resignation of the Bank of Ghana, Governor Addison, and also 6 days more to go. And once someone at the saying, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawuya Kopiemu, our Tamale, now Tamale International Airport, no, to me commission the phase 2 of the airport, and Sambay, and a Boban, and Sambay, and a Timamufono, Eka, and Sambay, and a Sasalasi, John Dramani Mahama, Abra Kate, a yes, so said, Beya, Tamale International Airport, no, a bit to me, Abba, now fun into my pa Efra, na you know, call a hatch, a Mecca, and in Patamono, and Yama to me, Aku, you know, Sambay, and a Sasalasi, John Dramani Mahama, no, your man penny, what the Etu Jani, by reflecting after years, as Seminano, yet in Bremo live on TV as was it, and also on Power 97.9 FM. More like now, TV as was at Ghana on Facebook Live, and soon a year Power 979 on Facebook Live. As was it broadcasting, so YouTube, Ubetimi, Arena, Echo Subia, all like now, TV as was at a year Sanso ena Power 979 and every affiliate stations are share all the 16 regions across the country. As I can say, come a year Big Ben tablet to Madam Macao, touch any edumedi at the Hebron Hills International School, or say excel and shine. Sanso ena S natural mineral water was simply natural. As I can say, come Amuzu about clinic and so at Chidin Sanso Power specialist about hospital and Spanish garlic mesa and the capsules and Spanish jinko capsules. When you know that Matachi can be and then a year Wukwada at that ya or Egasimu. Neither toss you me and some of Pimpino and yet you know me and some yet and Semina at the Ebro Midi at the Mugabe Maase Ubetimi Afremi Atan Collega Bigana and some idea Brono mu edo school ye papa na nwumrei homawano freely na hase eko freely ni deep bia be fa bia freely ni deep won say sakraya burgers na ties krom American burgers any German burgers Netherlands burgers any Belgium burgers Qatar burgers Dubai burgers Mexico burgers Finland burgers Norway burgers Sweden burgers Denmark burgers o Matthias Krom ama ba bia wonam bia won kra ha no wotimo say tema burgers ne so aba ama feel na ye deep omo ebenum ebeje eye askeke any bread omo we twen homo no mo friend say people thank you me de menyade ho nti ana mo de ache me ka ke say people who say omo bedi omo aduane no me de tuna na ewom na mepe tuna no fish na ewom no eno de me de me sabe wom me ye fish no capacity ene bia na wotie me ewola wo chado wo mamprobi wo Jamestown wo Latobie kwashi wo Madina wo Adanta wo East Legon wo Ajringano asalibotwefo ni nyina mechiamo amasaman ayika doblo sapema medie kofikwe papa ase aje kotoku ana okusibi ade sakamafo nyina ya chiachiam sese homo wo feeling no scorpion mo feeling joboy mo feeling ni eye Lawrence ni ayibonte onzu feeling head of the Adama Pataku family wa yikando blue feeling ni deep cross a loss feeling agbomoje feeling agbasisagba feeling ni deep na want me ni homo woni sa I say Mugabe chewska capacity I say Power FM TVS wadet ye chewsika no timi di homo woni ye 1000 Ghana be she obotom capacity 1000 Ghana e be she obotom ifi sabre ekoi metna se pe no say Mugabe abedi obecheska capacity star 274 hash won sabeka sesia star 274 hash won sabeka sesia asana medi nsem no mu nchechi mu kura bebre wono no say me sika na hash go phone so star 274 hash Sunday na select Power FM number 1 wo select Power FM 1 we are no abo 2 na to 10 Ghana na me dia na me pese e call no 4 edwe wo bo edwe 4 a 20 Ghana no capacity wo bedi 1 ekome ene ne keka ho ne de me se bo edwe 4 wo bedi what you say and there through a cat wo bedi through a wo bedi capacity 4 star 274 hash select Power FM number 1 who select Power FM we are but 2 and about 4 neto 10 of 20 Ghana cedis ne wura draw send the man about MTN a year pin code no only on MTN network me for different network bia how only on MTN network star 274 hash capacity icheska bebre ene mecheska bebre Madina fo meche musika bebre osufo mo twedi su mo twa de mo twantum na me ba capacity ma ba be chi musika menua ene me de wo hyase a me de wo hyase afri eye Economic Community of West African State eye ECOWAS sabria meka say Russia for Putin aye krado say America and France aye krado say wo mo ba support ECOWAS na omuni Niger for the CNA 1,000 capacity president your friend Putin 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 just say fashion meboa put in fashion now I say one no aya Putin Russia for the omaya krado say one mo de omoya stamba omukofo ni bi kura dru eye Niger hodada niami ene ne patemo omaji ho nyina afa yes say the capacity Burkina Faso soldiers omaya krado Guinea for soldiers omaya krado Mali for soldiers omaya krado soldier for na yebo mutu entono omo nyina ya krado Burkina Faso the Moses omaya krado omo free Kwambihi omo free Pogo omo free aya Okadugu eho nyina Pogo for na ya ready na omo free Kwambihi no Kwambihi soldiers na omo awo Burkina Faso no omo die omo ba omo so ntihio omo ye krado ya che se udru Burkina Faso na udru eye Mali and Guinea ye yanko oh ye yanko and the put it actually me say ni dey ya dey put in and the put in put in fashion put inside put it inside put in eto anu so ya dey we put it in ya che say Niger for na capacity say me and your friend Putin nti say Niger for wo mo ahia wa bonten na wo ya ba ma ne hu say wo ya ba ma wo so ba tre wo betimi a join army na ye a ya faw na wa join eye army no say de be ya chew toto na wo so watumi agina mu e de ama wo mo no mo akon age wo mo man say de wo mo ye ku ewo eye Niger no o mo si ECOWAS mo 3 years na o mo toto niema 3 years o toto niema ansa no ma jai o man na ye den e de ama o mo no mato abade ayi o man panye foforo ebesi nei ECOWAS fo ye din ECOWAS fo ni bi aya nanado ECOWAS fo no 8 years ECOWAS fo ni ye Tinubu Nigeria man panyini wonu watwam okonente ECOWAS fo ni bi aya Watara watwam 80 nanado nanfo no oldman fo no enkokorafo enkokorafo na afie nyansa na sa enti ayo omuwa mo adwene akomba fa so mo be protect wo mo girlfriends mo be dware wiem mo be di wo wiem mo be nati wo wiem na mo hwe cinema e wo wiem. That is what they've been thinking about. They've been thinking about all these things. Bathing in the sky, watching cinemas in the sky. We are not thinking about the ordinary Ghanaian citizen or nam Kwame Nkrumah Sekula or ton insu. Swami magazine near wakwa and auto spa or bolud auto dame. Sansa adwuma ne nyadan emma. Ene kiara no ne atono 65,000 Ghana cedis under John Dramani Mahama the person. Ene kiara no enam 300,000 Ghana cedis 3 billion. Tire ne atono 800 Ghana cedis our John Dramani Mahama kiara no tire no remna 3.5 no ene yetono 4,100. It say ECOWAS for no. Woma kan sesemu Nanado ene Watara ene Tinubu no oma dwena nso nyeden ensi so omo 7 days ultimatum matwa mu 2 weeks omo tumi nyehwe na eniema akoso e won de je no it's not different from what is happening in our country, but there are only few people in this country who can talk about it. Obiayedi emema nyina under this useless administration no abedane ema ewo memu ha, because okasa dey chase you. Some of us oma chase yesa ba yemu bi eden ma brayen ba ye beka so aka no kura ne saa without fear or favor. Mu jeli e kura ye baba ye bepia ba beka, mu boye tuo kura ye bepie etuo no besane ye baba beka, mu tu aduro ne nya adwuma ye baba beka. No courage at the good people of this country. And so also a Bank of Ghana. Papa would do a man my phone and say Addison. Would the other 9 a year directors no? Hoka millions of dollars. Millions of cedis. Woman much I say, banks be to me anyo majuma ye into mo collapses those banks no. It be a big capital bank, construction bank, UT bank, GN bank, Unibank, Heritage bank, Royal bank. Omugu sa bank ni nyina no. Enyansafo na omo se so mo nanim nyansa. Omo na be manage a Bank of Ghana aye niema yiye no. So mo de sabe se wo pa jimifo sabe yo empreduasa. A Jimmy for my bong. No, we use sound of phone free. What is the name of phone free? I wouldn't be. So, no one that second in Japan can say, oh, my Jimmy, ma, one can own the entire will belong to a year that political party. 60 billion Ghana cedis, operating over 80 billion. Yeah, I'm a more folk and cat and we. Yeah, your Bobby Sanya, dear, 2 salaries. Nana Kufuado, Seka Ghana yane papa dia, na Ghana yane mami eja padia, kase do be manage Ghana. Before sa wo bapa we hu fia na wotim, e wo nima. Wo ba ya na no pam obi afri wontem, and we say ho kama. But Bank of Ghana, Abrana Joma ama preso, ye nya profit, ye make it profit. Na ye to me see the bank hospital our cantonment no. Yeah, COVID abaya, munipa mun samu te samono. Mukasa ho ena mo pe no ye nyansani bia ne a friend say his excellency John Dramani Mahama ya we go njane this year ya of Savannah region of the Republic of Ghana and utimi see the Bank of Ghana hospital nipa samu te samono muka mu di papa we atem mu di papa na tam sa onye hwe and the Joma time no ne make profit. Our Bank of Ghana, ye nya for so ni bi, see the bank hospital, our cantonment, and it is there. It is there. And today, Muamaba Jomama anya profit when you know, one bank bakukra, but Muamusem 1 year, 7 years, Jimino, Muamusem 1 year, Mubegugu, Sabansi Bebrani, near Nimusam Jimino, Mobile, Bank of Ghana, 60 billion, over 60 billion, and Sika, more spendia, moon to me accountable. Capacity, power to the people. No, and I'm the minority in Parliament, led by Honorable Keselato Forsen, one in the team, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, Member of Parliament for Elambele constituency in the Western region of the Republic of Ghana. Omuso mo tna ho e mafofo na no ma Ghana kwaye. Honorable Agboja ene ye mami Doyo ene ye minority for nyina Honorable Haruna Idusu Muntakamo. Ye yanko ya mame Helen Adwanto so ye yanko Dr. Zanato Rollins ye yanko that just say Kojin na mi aduma 5th year September ye nyina tiesem yakopim yakopekete ewo Bank of Ghana omasuye na hyehyɛ for say dwumadi anyina honi enei deputy minority leader honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua woni posifo ekohyia mu ewo headquarters aso ye hwede ekoso ewo Kofibua
police regional police headquarters enche the to just say near Marcos or Bank of Ghana enye omo report 2021-2022 financial report ada diache Ghana na ama Ghana fopi akwa ahokyere mu ama Ghana maya boka kesie say ye protest na the two just say ye protest no on the 5th of September na mremu no say ye ma police for enya sa information ti atwere omo to ye nkra say ena no pay ye mra mehia omo na ye ninkomo emphasize demonstration na ebeba so no na menka say ye members of parliament pi na ye nyina ye ba ha ye ba ye nso ye civil society organizations enso ba ye Arise Ghana wa ha ye nua Benamona and Resomani ye nua nkrofo pi omo nyina ba ye na okura na ba ye ni say ye ba ye ni police fo hia ye mfefefe ama ye di nkomo okura na omo ni say ye di ye plan na kwa ye be fa so ye demonstration ni nyina kire omo so kire omo adwen ye wie san komo no ye wo mu ni say ye nyina agi atum say September 5th ye be ye demonstration no the demasipi.
Fantastic one from the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua, who is also a Member of Parliament for Elembele constituency in the western region of the Republic of Ghana. And the countdown to the resignation of the Bank of Ghana governor and his deputies, they have 6 days more to go. Na a year and summer, Eboba Ebenyina, Arise Ghana, Umunyina, Ade Ababe to Jamu, Lustowan and Akwisi Boku, so I said the channel no attachly, Umunyina, Ayuma say, Yame Eyatuma, on the 5th of September 2023, Yame Eyatuma, Umunyina, no, Ebebua, a minority, no more copykete, Ewo, a year Bank of Ghana, live on TV as well as that, and also on Power 97.9 FM with the support from the 900 million angels that Tankuliga Biga Mugabe Maase Yadasu Eddie Samina Ebra and Radai Ewa Tamale, the northern regional capital. Now Enya Asam Ketwakra and a year refurbished phase 2 of the Tamale International Airport. No, and Yama Etumi Eko so ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Munafiki Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, the man I was say a year demons and principalities intimi M1 ono any to me ekodi ye sa a year Jumedi no na and some of can just over phase 2 no cost no less than a year phase 1 na debia mekon ba wo mi wasi dada sa obi a year juma na wo ba beto aso a obi no waji bibia to and I'm going to show you documents me kasa with evidence nyasa me betena kasa kwa mekasa with evidence enyuma jomama eye obi anim say under jomama and we say to me two first ekọ eye Mecca eye Hajj eye nuanom muslimifo na da ne da nyino mo bra beda Hajj village ni ade so ha no nyina no John Dramani Mahama eye dan eyi omu eye dan efri mu na wo hwa eye phase 2 na phase 2 no on the 3rd of November 2016 and a Jomama was a commercial contract agreement between a Gorge, a Cross Galvoa Limited for Tamale International Airport phase 2. Nami Eyadom on Thursday 3rd November 2016. Show everything on the screen. For the good people of this country, no more and the course. Parliamentary debate, official report, Thursday, 3rd November 2016. Content, vote and proceedings, and the official report. We a year. Na umosa pay tribute to the late Kofi Kra Mensa. Na eno so na other matters so no 32nd Farmers Day na no so eka ho na motions awodo no na a year commercial contract agreement between a GOG a Creos Galvoa Limited omode a phase 2 of the Tamale International Airport edi ama wo no nti sa munafiki we omo kojina ba bia so mu take credit say the Bawumia the man doesn't read on kenkan onim hwe wa bon eno ane say demons and principalities na di ni tiri munafiki no akojina ba bi no atwa ntro hwaso na ready make a che no we ayade ayi Thursday 3rd November 2016 parliamentary debate official report 3rd November 2016 na we ase wona obega just a commercial contract one ma sign me dey ready assign mo no commercial contract agreement between GOG Cross Galvo Limited for Tamale International Airport phase 2 date ben that so sambra down na screen na obi ahwe capacity man 3rd November 2016 and John Dramani Mahama awarded that contract pay scanning na ya dan ato ho and then we muni capacity. O ba be ka say phase 2 no ne bo no cost no less. Na usi dan foundation no ya wo beto iron rods, wo be concrete. Eno no enye higher ne mom no phase 2 na wo no ba be paint no eno na higher. Ba o me wa bon papa won see dan da. Yetie sema ba o me aka mi wi an ma fire na ka ho capacity.
This project which we are commissioning today is consisting of a construction of an ultra-modern terminal building with 400,000 annual passenger capacity for both domestic and international operations, which is equipped with a state-of-the-art airport systems. The terminal comes with a 330 capacity car park. Also, part of this project is a 5-kilometer asphalt access road off the Tamale-Bolga Road to the new terminal building. In addition, we have a multi-purpose terminal building with the state-of-the-art equipment used for hard operations at the moment. And in addition, we have a bulk utility supply area, which is the technical area where all services such as electricity, water, wastewater treatment for the airport is managed from. All these 4 separate projects cost a total of $70 million. This compares to the $130 million of phase 1 for those 3 elements of that project.
And na ayatro kwa no bedi na Bawumia ne spectacle no mintimu amu moyewe no ntimu ntimi ntunu fo say omo design ade no na ade ne da ne hwene na aye na hen Bawumia wo hemi de anya wo fe de bia wo no boss na de kri na ma se we diska bebreba mo wie nyina no wotumi mi design ade ne se de be ya hyewa a obi na ade ne da hwene na aye se na ate se de be yi ato capacity nyina ye branding. Vice President to Nimisi de see branding humfaso. And now, ye ko back home. Ye ko Green Book, NDC Green Book. In July 2014, where it began on the Tamale International Airport project, the first phase of the project involving reconstruction and extension of the runway will be completed by 2016. Phase 2 will see the construction of a modern terminal and a dedicated Hajj terminal for Muslims embarking on the holy pilgrimage to Mecca. The first phase of the Kumasi International Airport project involving the modernization of the runway, installation of critical. And today, let's go back. Let's be reflective enough and listen to what the then president of the Republic of Ghana, the incoming president, John Dramani Mahama, and somehow the Ekaye, our State of the Nation address. Any Juma oye a year Tamale International Airport. John Mahama.
Our nation at any given time, where we are in the race, is the result of more than the visible gains made by one individual during his tenure. Every president inherits the unfinished work of his predecessor. Every president benefits from the seeds planted by his predecessor. Seeds that could not be sown during his predecessor's tenure. Mr. Speaker, indeed I believe if politics could be described as a sport, the one it would most closely resemble is a relay race. It is a sport that relies as much on the individual's achievement as it does on teamwork and cooperative effort. The true test of that competition is in the passing of the baton. So too with politics. Mr. Speaker, President Jerry John Rawlings started the structural transformation of this economy under the Economic Recovery Program. This program restored Ghana to a path of growth, which he handed over to President John Ajapum Kufuor. President Kufuor continued the Economic Adjustment Program and under HIPIC initiative achieved significant debt reduction, implementing new social intervention programs such as NHIS and the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty Program. He passed these on to President Professor John Evans Atta Mills. President Mills commenced the Eastern Corridor Road Project, the University of Ghana Medical Center, which I inaugurated yesterday, the Kotokraba Market, the Cape Coast Stadium, and a host of others which I inherited and completed. Mr. Speaker, my administration commenced the construction of new community-based senior high schools, a policy of progressively free secondary education, construction of the Eastern University, investment in many infrastructure projects that are ongoing, and many others that will actually commence under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the State of the Nation address or my son Ofra Bemono, Nesamo or the Etuja Enono. Na our moderator never described Bawumia as unifying force between Christians and Muslims. Presby Church for a statement about was it the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, that is PCG, has refuted recent media reports suggesting that its outgoing moderator, right, Reverend Professor Obi Yabua Mante, stated that Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia serves as a unifying figure between Islam and Christianity in Ghana. The PCG, according to a report by manjoronline.com, has clarified that the moderator never made such a statement and called on the public to dismiss these claims as false. Presbyterian Church of Ghana, umunyina na aba abontino. Se sama ba umia ne nkomfo de beto abontino. Nukure bia enim. Se ba umia was serve as a unifying figure between Islam and Christianity no enye nukure. Moderator na aka bibia asa. Afede ba umia onam na wodi communion. Afede won de eto. Ozana osi yemfra wo de yen. Se amafo akwa afra walaja na obuofu. Wo ya laji Mahmoud Bawumia. In Camafoni Shano Mofra Walaja na Obuofu. Live on TV as was it, and also on Power 97.9 FM. When Sabe Cassisia, capacity me becheska, and the minia daji or Hinababo Mabeni betrasi the trending issues are bro. When so or da on Abu Surugu Bebano, or no complaining about time. To was a my senior brother on Abu Surugu capacity man, former MP Madina, me man more tie. You team fire. Sorugo for Madina for Sorugo. Afei wonse beka capacity man. What na say? Fa phone na yako. But start 274 hash make sure say your phone no ewo MTN network. Wa register o momo nso. Ska kakra ewo so. Ya baba abeche ska. Start 274 hash. Send the mommy. Select Power FM number 1. What Select Power FM 1 we are. Afei bottom mommy. Na afei botu na ente o 10 Ghana obofo a ebeto 20 Ghana ene ye edwe ene ye kwani edwe krafo ni na na ebedi homa wo ye kwani edwe start 274 has o sande na wasalete point from number 1 na afei wa 4 na to 20 Ghana o ba bedi 1000 Ghana sisia capacity man atankolega biga Mugabe Maase the whole Ghana obi agema to me say me champion ba kope Ghana fo nyina free me. And then the demon first draw on the demon. Ya kwa fato mame. Ya kwa Yakwai. Capacity. 1,000 Ghana. I beg go for no so. Obiadi. Nesaka. Capacity. Hello.
You guys are too much.
Hey, you guys are too much. You get what I mean?
God bless you.
Capacity. Mugabe. Mille Wansaka. Many about within Baby Alcazafri. Please, your name and where you calling from?
I'm Rose, calling from Ashie.
Where?
Ashie, Dodowa Road.
Hey. Dodowa in Adio, Rose Reddy, Rosie Adio. Rosie, no child saying. Which have also the 1,000 Ghana capacity. Satu 7 for us. Rosie Abadasi. Thank you. Fantastic one there. Rosie Abadasi. A chap 5 Ghana cities at the 1,000 Ghana. What you want here then? To Suheya Kennedy Auto. Now when Chawu Sua Ubedi Wedi, Uchasua Ubedi. Atenkan Ucha Ubedi. Tanko Ucha Ubedi. Migration Ucha Ubedi. Kwame Ucha Ubedi. Tena what you all hemi. Mini abaji wade na wo twen Chana Ubedi. Usua woni o. Ima what you all hemi. Vincent Konu wo hemi. That day wo hemi. Adesu Ucha Ubedi. P-Life Ucha Ubedi. Ucha de. That day was in be when you might be atumuku ha or media. Young Jones who might be atumuku ha Masa Kofimo. Kumasa Kofi Ucha Ubedi. Akwasi Ucha Ubedi. Kwame Ucha Ubedi. Ucha de. Koma Ucha Ubedi. What you want him? Chana Ubedi star 274 has. Sunday Mame capacity. When a bebo, any baby Jina Queen and what trust in the Fugu be a washing. Ophelia Secretary so for in Abeno. Now, baby, I knew or any be or Caso. Went him brabren. Why never grow for many abu? Capacity, Ucha Ubedi. Star 274 has. Salate Power Air from number 1. Nothing bottom age 4, but 4 mammy. But 4 2 mammy. Capacity need this is here. We can yebakotema. We can di bugna to subakotema. Munchana muni. Mucha mubidi kwame kan wo yire to mo so press phone sika wo twa de wo hene ba yire grace phone yi kura yesi twa wo hene betwa bi enya yi ta na wo bedi wo te wo ye de grace mesere kan yanyo wo twa bi enya yi wo yire betimi atwa what you say Claudia wo twa na wo bedi capacity fatum mame mame second row mame sa 274 has send the mame select power air from number 1 me just can be homo wonu mo mama phone feeling mame na me homra no hene bantrase na fe me sa me just can be bre me ba hwese ya
Easy or your power for Masaka promotion. There isn't a big or you're big. Separate enter power for Masaka promotion. More day I never dial star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Area net choose power effort. Now select the number of drawer and put this on Hushim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana to the spec. The more as a rush draw them when they stand the chance able to marry in a big. Hey, you're big. Every week you saw your 50,000 Ghana citizens in your chair. Hey, you 50,000 Ghana citizens. Knock off you. Good deal, star 274 hash. Masaka. Power for Masaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA. On character.
Welcome back from the commercial break live on TV as well as at National Power 97.9 FM. Misako, hello.
Hello.
Minya, nada na makwa na edi. Udi ni babi akasa free minya ba. Oh, sorry. Minya udi ni babi akasa free. Moro Zakari kasa free.
Me kasa free enough Kaneshi.
Now can I see what they say is that I be go for no so.
Mpacho 1,000.
Which are saying?
Me first me 5 cedi.
And
I me 2 me bought 2 and I me bought 2.
And I told 10 Ghana.
Me Pachawani.
And 1,000 Ghana is here.
Ghana is here me Saka.
Oh, can I see?
Me Pachawani.
Yami asum you can what?
And council.
Medasi.
Council. Yakubo Kamu.
And Medasi.
Fantastic. Abuanio.
Many I better say, Moko Suncha, Mobi, the message bibri, messages can be Sat 274 has no send was selected point from number 1. Ubo to a beto 10 Ghana, Obo for a beto a year 20 Ghana. Oliver, Mokwaba.
Bejo also
Diaboko dear.
Kakra.
Without Majagumani and Quay.
Moga the other kind and I say a central for ya yehu na edimbi ababe tuja. Beboso kakra. Moga and this yaman your go so your appointment. Na the ayatati say when no your appointment ahodwa ababe tuja and you confirmed. Obi an confirm ye na emum eye de ya tete enu nti ye ba ya ba bobo so kakra as I said ye ebubo isa samum na tie de a ene ye na ye ne ye di ka bro hasuo no first enu ano no na de ya tete ene say National Executive Committee ne nek no ene empanimfo bi atetrase a enche ebia se eye no kra wo mo ebedi atomu na womu say afi abato aye kwa akoto no sa eyano kradia Dr. Edward Omaneboama wono na be director of elections eno ayede ye tete se eyano kra Dr. Edward Omaneboama ena be director of elections na we former Minister of Communication and Information. The ayatati achira say the deputies Ebeye Madi Jibril and Rashid Tanku obe in charge of computer and an asefo and deputy directors of election no Dr. Atabwating former director National Information Technology Agency and Yenu Abema Yayira Koku head of IT and engineers and planners. Head of IT at Engineers and Planners. Wano also eka ho eti the ayatete no. Na the ayatete say Dr. Atabwaten ene yenu abema Yayira Koku. Say no kra wamo ene be deputy directors for information technology IT ewo NDC mu. Vice chairman the ayatete say Professor Joshua Alabi Omatepono say wanya vice chairman Emma party no ena ya yepani honorable Samuel Sapon obaye ba be yesoafo ewa Asantemantem obaye soafo ewa mfimfin mantem ya wokọ Asantemamu a wo mu ebu no papa owura Samuel Sapon ya empo de na ye tete akura won from me say sa reanimate no kura na ni di ya piem na say de ya tete eche say ya wura Samuel Sapon vice chairman no waka ho na Dr. Rauf enye authentic nti opagidi open so anyini na ebom sa ugidi so na eba na no kra no legal directorate na opani Abraham Amaliba ena no wo ho na ebom de atete say
say no legal directorate no the obada no as the director a lawyer Edwiji Godwin Tamaklu lawyer Edwiji Tamaklu and obabeda no lawyer you deserve no credit about enye no kra ya bomb pa yes enye no kre because we relationship with the media and kwano it to me give you that position so you deserve lawyer Baba Jamal and lawyer George Low ebe the deputies the entity no directors for international relations omo ambehwe amama ahodo so eye yewura Alex Sagbafia the entity say ya maintain no and a Carl Ahin na openi Alex Sagbafia wada Roma say wu tu kwa biem kwa brochira yeso your passport me famra yen kwasere ndisi fo mo brochira ni bi na ye kobi ye ai ukọ ho nyina dadaada ya wo na ye ne mo we in charge of international relation wan fa ye mu bi entu kwanda enye fe enye akono say ye no kura say ya maintain wa afidie system why na adwuma no nya akono okwa familia fo di wachi etu ukọ hene babo ama me media man no ene odi machi efe yewura le segbefia aha eti we di petition a me so me di ato wanim very good communication directorate the ayatete se kakre samwa ene obo bia daako ya maintain wo mo ana me ka se the ayatete no anya confirmed obi be ka se provisional list and ya dey to manim no provision special duties directorate treasurer special duties treasurer no nipo be sikasam so Alex Treme former MP and former deputy of for education eti osofo a abedi atia no hwe umasua nsam so e wo man Ghana mu akane mrasa badwani Alex Treme the atete akire say wonu na NDCC kasam nyina no wo be heso for the next 4 years na special duties no the atete akire say Vincent Kuagbenu director Broja Jamfi ebe deputy director Honorable Kale Caesar Okechukwu Adamfo no ono so be deputy director ana Muhammad bi eno no de ebibi asos Muhammad fo so do so ono so be deputy director research director Professor Odro former pro vice chancellor UCC the atete say wonu na obeye director for research and deputy director no ebe Professor Aheto from University of Ghana and newly created directorate no omo create no liaison official na no the attitude say civil society organizations liaison officer in charge of civil society organization no Miami name Peter Buama Otukono Mogadi anymore there welfare directorate the attitude say Madam Vidade former deputy treasurer and former PC Ejoso constituency deputy welfare directorate William Atamuji yes former vice chairman Eastern region good and a director for protocol and logistics director Ludwig Hloji and a director for conflict resolution eti sesi ya basabasa esi wo ne gen wo beko okohama sumduaba Abraham Amaliba obeko ne je the attitude no we a provisional list we say ya dodum and yanya we ana yawra Daniel Amati But I might tell you, maintaining no. That's one of the good thing because about election, about election, what especially baby a plenty papers no, and all honor ya wakawi. Say edu so the skills. Bamoga me kwa na mame fa we won say wouldn't some Penny Kufuad were respecting some for Ghana or respect to a momo etiase. You know, Moga, odi pabi atiase fine, nipa wu eti otiase e was so respected your tiase tedi wu. Bananadu ebun samanfo ene omo wu I don't know say bia wakeka ko ni 18 intra. Because oba ye no, the jumadi a wodi anyina no as a favor samanfo chat asfo. Because nanado bai odika kokoye sieye e wechebi baby adacho wu e besie no. Because yentumi kreti asase from farmer no. And ye de be ko eyi ho no.
We say na ofa na bi o besie no osuro.
Etie bia ono ankasa opewiem atran tie bia ye be asase wo wiem ne asie no ho. Ento saa de yentumi nkonkwadi asase foforo I said you see asase ka Ghana ha no. Onya nwu ye de ba to bia so tiase obi anim so obi wu. Ena wo hwe wono a obaaye no oye chebi asieye. Wuye no free mu a ena obeye Kwame Nkrumah asieye. Ena Professor Mills asieye. But ye sit down 1502. Ye wo se wo ye ho adwuma matiasefo nya baabi etena. Akufo ado so wo pasieye chen dampa.
Alright.
Minim de ha no. Ena minim problem kra o face no na brabum.
Okay.
Bamuga de e besere ne se Mugabe na ai laku wayade
Nidini say
laku what was that
former Nasara coordinator MPP
ai what was that people akwa my wife feeling the panel laku
Grace
awurade and my friend catch us laku e ba tibana wo
ebedase
laku na wo ba yeden na wo bibika ayo but anya na do na be defend no okay Mugabe that's
aso ye ka ne babo amabe ne ye na ye woni fa abo afon kratos metium ne mra ye ba eye yenua Abubakar Suleiman adodo na afre no laku mo bete ne ko ye former Nasara coordinator de ma MPP sanso ena honorable eye Abubakar Sorgo former MP for Madina so mo bete ne ka *274# Sunday mama na solete power FM number 1 before edwe nanto eye 20 Ghana me ba ya no mesa ba be chase kabiem ye ba sisia
Adrenya yi anu sasam for adrenya yi miel adukpokplo madame jita for adrenya yi miel fifikula amababa bakokuchita for adrenya yi mokpokpo burami avaglo yo hiabana totroye ye nava mokpokpo na sumiashi wowo na nowoma manyala kodada dadamo Kabo hua na gada habobo adoduyama na homiaba good governance card GGC mohotonya woha na hoto
Nakuma, they be a company so Nakuma enia.
Let's take him to Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic.
Yes, Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic.
And I also the name.
I'm saying Nakuma.
I don't find Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic.
Hold on, what do you know?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Daddy, to say.
Asisia, yeah.
Me want Tommy Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic. Only a good heartbeat no. ABT.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Live on TV SWAZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Say Mwati co-host Honorable Sugo. Host too.
Not fair. The difference in this yamfa camera into me so na also. But say kasa money there me no one host to her. Our station some no there.
Me ria Abubakar Suleiman dodo afewo laku. Mwakwaba, former national coordinator of the NPP. First national, right?
Yeah.
National coordinator.
Yeah.
For NPP.
For NPP.
Oh, good. Bibi abakode. NPP mote saying.
Oh, nyami adom.
Bibi adana kwem.
Nyami adom eja.
Laku.
Enye papa wa to say nyami adom. Okano aka. Ye nka fo ehia
kan. Laku asema ono abosoro go kan wona ne ya.
Alaji se nka no kura se memba.
Na me kan no.
Sa ni nya ju se. Bi ni awawada. Minimu na aya juma, minimu aya juma for so many years. Minimu na aya juma for years. Na wa jiriga.
I know.
Nti ade mi ba obi be ka sa ade.
Ba ko pe.
Se ade mi ba.
O ko e won ko kan he se ni se sa no meka. Kan no kure bia sa ni alebu.
Minimu na na opposition nti problem ni o.
Obika was say I'm in government in opposition. Opposition in government. Bible say am kind of crowd people nyina they are opposition in government.
Alaji unim say me wu na e mi kwa na.
Kwa amenam
nti asemben ade ni yellow na ma betra say white. Asemben na mi kwa.
For the man me ofunu wo.
Aja say.
Share.
So
ga fi me yo ofunu.
Na wono Akufo do ya 80 na be de na we eja.
Da bi min kaso wo eja no. O kan no say nyina de ye mfato say. Na mi mpengu ne na watwa we Akufo do ya man furu no.
Akura hwe na Akufo do aba.
So be ba kura na ya see me dada. Adu na be ba.
Mo akwa ba Alaji Soro.
Eja.
Bi abakwa position microphone here.
Oh, say ni da say hear me.
Ho ayefe nyumre.
Sir, well, I told you I said
like obi a wo be 65.
Okay. Alaji dey refusing to grow.
Woni nimpa ba.
Nyame na dia chain ni.
Ya brati bi a utumi yebi.
Ye nhwe manim na sasa.
You see it saying.
Oh, sisi ari oba ba kan si. Sometimes me ko be complaining say na Alaji sisi o ya Mugabe na and now so no TV so. Maka jo say me sisi ba sisi matia pro. O person challenge ya unimi oh adai ni adi abi na mtie sisi adi
adi oba ga
enya nante me nante me da me sore me yesu jude
obisa so me to anajo
da bi wan fa na